So, according to the latest report that I just read here, the real estate market was frozen in the month of August, meaning we had very, very low numbers, not many people buying, not many people selling. It's not a buyer's market or a seller's market, it's a nothing market. As a matter of fact, the month of August was the lowest we'd seen since 2012, minus a little section during the pandemic there. So this is a major issue for an awful lot of agents, and I've seen a mental mindset change for a lot of agents as well. A lot of agents are down, they're not sure about the business anymore, they're wondering if they're the ones failing. The one thing I want to tell you here today, you are not alone. You are not the only one that's feeling this way, that's having these concerns, that's struggling financially possibly. There's an awful lot of agents that are feeling a little weird about the market lately, feeling weird about their industry as a whole. I mean, combining what's going on with the real estate market in combination with the lawsuit, the NAR stuff, the way we have to work with buyers now, getting signatures in advance, negotiating for the commission, all of those factors we're dealing with, it's really proven to be overbearing for an awful lot of agents. So if you felt a little funny lately, if you feel like you've been in some kind of a weird funk, you're not alone. There's a lot of agents that are exactly the same way. And what happens is we start to feel like it's our fault. Like, why am I feeling this way? Maybe it's me. It's not. It is the market. Now, there's some things that you should be doing right now, and I want to talk about that, really give you some value in today's video, but I want you to know those feelings that you feel, they're normal, they're justified, and they're real. You know, that's a normal thing. I mean, just as we're very excited when the market's hot and we have tons of deals going on, it's the opposite when we don't have a lot going on. So, the market just seems to have like an aura about the way it feels these days. You know, it's definitely different. There are top producers that are still crushing it out there. We've got a lot of our members that are doing very, very well. But there's an awful lot of agents that are kind of struggling a little bit. And more importantly, they kind of lack direction, or they lack that specific approach that they want to be utilizing, the path that they want to take every day to get out of that funk. You know, I mean, it's almost like when a hitter is on a streak in baseball or any other sport, when they're having a hot streak, it seems like everything they do is a home run. Every time they go to the plate, it's a home run. But when they hit those bad streaks, when they start to hit that, they're in a downtime, they go up to the plate thinking they're going to strike out. And sure enough, they're usually right because they can't get out of that funk. The best thing to do is to get yourself a couple of home runs. You feel like you've turned it around. So I wanted to talk a little bit about that today because it's certainly a slow time for most. That's not for all, but it's certainly a slow time for most of the people that are out there. But you shouldn't feel weird about the funk that you're in. You want to think about, how can I get out of that? So that's what I wanted to talk about today. And, if you follow this page and you ring the bell, you turn on notifications, you get these types of trainings all the time, because this is mental mindset as well. This is a game that our industry is very much a mental mindset business. You have to go about things the right way to get the desired result. And then that desired result solidifies your belief as far as you're doing very well or you're struggling or whatever. If you let things go, if you keep waiting, if you keep thinking, well, I don't have the money to do this, or I can't do that, or what if that doesn't work? Guess what? You're going up to the plate and you're getting a strikeout. And by you forfeiting, by not doing anything, by trying to wait things out or sitting at home or sitting on your hands hoping the market turns around, you're forfeiting. You lose the game by waiting and thinking the game is going to get easier. That's not going to be the case. So, when things get tough, it's very easy to obsess about the bad stuff, to focus on the things you don't like, to, when a deal's falling apart, it now feels like your whole world's falling apart. No, it's just one transaction, and you've had transactions fall apart before. You just really, really need it this time. So we kind of exaggerate the bad things. I've always said, and you've heard me say this for 25 years coaching agents now, we don't celebrate our wins enough, and we spend way too much time focusing on our losses. You will have both. Every team on the planet of every industry in the world has lots of wins and lots of losses. You can't give so much credit to the losses that you have. So I wanted to talk a little bit about that today. It's time to start working on your business, not working in it, right? So if you're not real busy, if you don't have a lot of clients right now, this is the perfect time. For years, I've heard agents say, Greg, I'd love to do this, but I'm just so busy right now. What's your excuse now? You're not that busy. If you're doing less than 4 or 5 transactions a month, even if you're by yourself, you can do that. But if you're doing less than 4 or 5 deals a month, you're certainly not too busy. That might be a BS excuse you're using for yourself. What you need to be doing right now is working on your business, not working in your business. Focusing on systems, focusing on processes, focusing on the offer you put out to the general public that's supposed to be desirable for the buyers to choose you as their agent, or desirable for the sellers to list their home with you. So you start looking at different niches that might be a good fit. You start looking at opportunities in your marketplace that maybe, now that you have time to work on your business, you can start to implement some of these things. Do a little bit of research. Gather some data. Maybe shoot a couple of videos. Maybe create a white paper. Some type of informational report. Maybe you do just a simple email sequence about a niche that you're starting to work. Let me give you an example. Builders are starting to get confident again, right? Interest rates are going to start dropping here. By the way, those reports that just came out here where we're seeing August was the worst month ever. The great news about that is their projections are phenomenal for 2025. Not only more transactions, but home prices increasing. Not decreasing, not more affordable, not whatever. It's not like it's not affordable now. They're still getting tons of offers on the homes. The problem we have is we have to make homes seem affordable on the mortgage side. Unfortunately, when more people qualify, supply and demand, there's not enough supply out there, home prices go up. The forecast is that home prices will likely go up, but there will certainly be a lot more transactions. With that in mind, builders are getting a lot more comfortable and they're starting to build again. So I want you to think about, what are you doing to promote the new construction? Because it always gets lots of buyers. You're probably going to sell them a resale home anyway, but it's a really good offer to pick up lots of buyers utilizing that new construction offer. Another niche that is working really well right now, involuntary home sales are up 500% going into the last quarter of 2024. Involuntary home sales. So that is foreclosures, divorces, estate sales, things that just happen to them, that they're forced to sell. As you know, if they're getting a divorce, the husband can't refinance to get it out of her name, she can't refinance to get it out of his name. The court will require, as a decree of the divorce, they must sell that asset. It is court ordered that they have to sell that asset. They can't do a quick claim deed. That's on the deed, not on the mortgage. You got to get the guy off the mortgage. So these involuntary sales are up 500%. Did you know you can get a list of all the divorce filings in your area? Did you know you can get a list of all the births in your area, all the deaths in your area, all the marriage certificates in your area? You can get absolutely everything. Foreclosure lists, it's totally available. And if that's up 500%, meaning 5 times more than we've experienced since COVID began, I think that's a niche maybe we should start getting some listings from. I'm not saying you need to do short sales or anything like that. Like, let's just sell the thing. An awful lot of them still have equity, but they're forced to sell. This is where fortunes are made. And that's especially true, as we get through this election cycle, consumer confidence starts to come back. People calm down a little bit. We just went through an awful lot. We went through the NAR issues, all the lawsuit issues that were happening there. Interest rate hikes up and down. The most controversial election, like every election is going to be controversial from now on. It's just either you agree with me or I hate you. That's pretty much what it is these days. But once we get through all of that, interest rates finally coming down, all of those factors coming into play, as we get through this election cycle, you're going to see a lot more business happening. You're going to see more sellers. You're going to see more buyers. No, your market is going to see more. I don't know if you will. I don't know if you will do what you need to do, working on your business now to be ready for this so you can pick up that business. Because keep in mind, you know what else is coming? the holidays slow. Well, we want to get through the holidays first. After the first of the year, we're going to. So that is a cycle that happens every year. It's happened every single year as long as you've been alive. But you've also noticed December is one of your best closing months, followed very closely by January. If you're hustling, that's the case. If you're working, if you're doing what you're supposed to do, that is the case. So, you need to start leaning into what's your marketing look like for the new year, new home, new year, new excitement. All those things that you need to be leaning into to get people moving the right way, particularly if we get to start talking about a few interest rate drops. But the fact is, the COVID market is gone. It's gone. It's never coming back. The government's not going to be sending money to everybody every single month, and everything's free, and people doing fake PPP loans, and they got $100,000 they didn't know they had. No, that market is gone. Now you have to get good as a real estate agent. You have to get good. So I want to acknowledge that you probably don't feel real good about your business, about your finances, about the real estate industry as a whole, about where the economy is right now. That funk that you're in, it's real and it's justified. And there are hundreds of thousands of agents that feel exactly like you. But the smart ones are utilizing that to their advantage to take action right now to make a turnaround so they can get their business going in the right direction. It's okay to be miserable. You get to decide if you want to stay miserable. The market's not going to fix that. The White House isn't going to fix that. The interest rates aren't going to fix that. Nothing's going to fix it but you, because I'm telling you now, if it'll never happen, but if interest rates went to 18% again, if it went to 18%, homes are still going to sell. Buyers are still going to buy, sellers are still going to sell, and we'll just have fewer real estate agents. You know who it's going to be? The people that are good at what they do to make those adjustments. That's true when they go down. That's true when they go up. That's true when home prices go up or down. That's when foreclosures are up or down. It's always the agents that are making those adjustments to today's market that start doing very well. So I want you to think about strengthening your offer you're putting out to the public. If I said, why should I use you as a buyer's agent? You're not allowed to say you're a good negotiator. You know the area like the back of your hand. You're a native. You grew up here. You'll represent my best interest. All of that crap. Everybody says that. I'm asking why I should use you, not what everybody says as to why I should use them. I want to know why I should use you. Can you get me access to unlisted homes before they hit the open market? Will they match exactly what I'm looking for? Will I be the only buyer that knows they're for sale? Like, what are the advantages to what you offer? If you're involved in our inner circle, if you follow this channel, you know we teach you all of that stuff. Are you actually using it? Are you not only making that promise, are you delivering on it? Where they tell their friends about it, where they realize if they're looking at homes that are online, if they're going with an agent that's just running a search on their magic little computer, it's all the leftover properties. It's the overpriced leftover homes that nobody else wanted. We want access before they hit the open market. You want to get out of a funk? Have a better offer that people want to work with you. That's how you fix it. The only way to get out of your hitting failures that you're having, your strikeout, you're going to be in that funk. You're going to be in that downtime for you. It's going to keep happening until you get some home runs. We need to get we don't need a motivational coach. We don't need somebody to try and get in our head and we need freaking home runs. We need to knock it out of show me how to knock it out of the park. If you get some home runs, you'll love your business again. You don't hate this business. Don't lie to yourself. Don't start believing your own bullshit. You love what you do. You love this industry. You love helping people. You love the way they feel when they're at the closing table. Regardless if they're buying or selling, you love being the one that's handling that entire thing, quarterbacking the entire transaction, and helping people with the biggest investment of their life. You love this business. You hate the downtimes. You hate when you're in a slump. And you damn sure hate that mind funk that we all deal with so much. So what I want you to think about is strengthening your offer so you can hit a couple of home runs. Consume the right type of information. Stop reading stuff or watching stuff about the market or the election or the interest rates or whatever. Get some good content for yourself. I have over 1,000 videos on this page right here. You need to be binge watching helpful info that moves you forward, not justifies why you're where you are. If you hear some shit about the market's horrible and a lot of people are starving right now, you'll say, oh, well, no wonder. I guess now I don't feel so bad. I'm not alone. We're all struggling. Listen, there's a huge percentage of people, not a majority percentage, but a huge percentage of agents that are doing very, very well right now. How about if you listen to them? How about if you copy that approach? Get yourself out of this funk. It is your responsibility to do so. And if you do that, if you strengthen your offer, the buyers and sellers that are looking to move, which will be increasing over time here, they're going to work with you. You can't just call a lead and say, oh, I was just wondering if you had an agent to help you. What? Why would they even want that? They don't know. They can't. I'm sure you can answer why they would want it. They certainly can't. You're a commission salesperson trying to get paid on the deal. So you have to think about what huge benefit they'll get from only you. If you don't have that, you're going to struggle. That's how you develop your offer. And then once you know what that offer is, the next thing you have to do is you have to decide what your CAC is immediately. Once you know what your CAC is, your cost of acquiring a customer, CAC. Once you know your cost of acquiring a customer, every time I spend, here's my offer, and when I promote this offer, when I spend $913, I get a deal. Okay, we'll spend $913 again, spend it again, spend it again, spend it again. Do you want 3 closings this month, or do you want 9 closings this month? Do you want 2 closings, or do you want 12? You know what your CAC is, you can scale accordingly. Most agents have no idea how to even do it. First of all, they don't have an offer to advertise. They start advertising their photo. They start advertising, work with me, I care about your business, I'll negotiate for you, I'm a top-selling agent, I'm with the fastest-growing company. All the crap that nobody cares about. Figure out what your CAC is based on the individual offer. It's going to be different on your new construction than it is on luxury, than it is on the perfect home finder or unlisted homes, than it is on condos, than it is on baby boomers, than it is on acreage properties. It's going to be different than it is on golf course properties or waterfront. What's your CAC? How can you scale it? How big can you go before you hit diminishing returns, where that $913 per closing switches to $1,700 per closing? Now, I already know you're willing to pay a referral fee. You're willing to pay 25%. So I know you're willing to pay over $2,000. But let me make a promise for you. You will not increase your income if you do not increase your expenses. Do me a favor and write that down. You will not increase your income if you do not increase your expenses. But that doesn't mean to waste money advertising a garbage offer to begin with. Fix your offer. Improve what it is you're offering to the general public so more people want that, then you can scale that up. So moral of the story today, the market was in a bit of a freeze, so your feelings are justified. It's okay to feel like you've been in a funk. An awful lot of agents have. You're not alone. But suffering is inevitable. You're in sales. Suffering is inevitable. Right? Or I should say pain is inevitable. Suffering is a choice. Pain is going to happen. Anything in life, if you fall in love with people, pain is going to happen. Pain is inevitable. Suffering is a choice. If you're going to be in sales, pain is inevitable. Suffering is a choice. How long do you want to suffer? When do you want to make that change? Today would be a good day to do that. So hopefully this is helpful for you. Share this with another agent that's maybe been struggling. You should see a share button or just copy and paste at the top. Share this with an agent. I mean, the feelings are justified. You're not alone, but damn it, don't stay here. We're trying to pull people out of there. We're trying to get them to a new location. That's going to come from you hitting a few home runs. Follow the page, ring the bell. Let me know your thoughts on this below. What market are you in? Tell me about your market in the comments below. What city do you sell in, and have you experienced a slow yourself? Or are you already doing very well? I can promise you, you're not alone, but you get to decide how long you want to stay in this mind funk that you're likely dealing with. I've got a lot more coming for you. I think you're going to find some of these videos I'm putting together for you and some of the worksheets and examples and ads and scripts we're using for the people that are replying to the ads. You're going to find this to be very helpful for you. Make sure you're following and watch for the next video. I'm Greg Luther. We'll talk to you soon. And bye-bye for now.
Hey, it's Greg Luther, and listen, if you don't follow this channel, there's a good chance you're never going to see me again. I consistently put out regular content, and it's extremely helpful for real estate agents to grow their business. I want to keep you up to date on what's working so that you're in the know and you can take action accordingly. So be sure that you like and comment here, but most importantly, make sure you follow, share, and subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss out on anything. I'm here to help you in growing your business, and I'd love to do so. Follow right now.